from the Jackson.
What's up, y'all? This is Relly, y'all, back with another video. Yes, and today we must talk about why the Minnesota Timberwolves has to get D'Angelo Russell right now. For starters, we must bring up the elephant in the room. We all know that a groundbreaking trade happened last night, where it was 4 teams that was in a trade, and one of those teams was Minnesota. They gained Malik Beasley, Hernan Gomez, Evan Turner, and a first-round pick from ATL. If you don't know what ATL, that is Atlanta. And you say, why am I emphasizing that pick in my statement? Because that first-round pick is destined to be a good pick for this season. You say, why would I bring up all of the things Minnesota Timberwolves got in the trade when I'm talking about why the Minnesota Timberwolves should get D'Angelo Russell? This is why. I would see how many of these tradable assets I just traded for is up to be traded again. Even if I can't trade the players, I am trading everything as well as the pick I just gained in order to land D'Angelo Russell, as well as taking any money compensation that involves the Warriors not having to take, because I am trying to make sure I land D'Angelo Russell. You say, why do I want D'Angelo Russell on Minnesota so bad? Because as we've seen, they said obviously they want to play with each other. Devin Booker, D'Angelo Russell, and karl-Anthony Towns said they would eventually play with each other one time or not. So why not hurry that process up and create the dynasty for yourself? Why not get karl-Anthony Towns, your franchise player, some help right now? Why not get a player in D'Angelo Russell who is waiting to be set up for a chemistry builder right now? That also means for Minnesota Timberwolves fans, I would also give up Andrew Wiggins in this trade. You say, why would I give up Andrew Wiggins? Because that is a huge price you must give up, but you have to be willing to do it. I think a lot of Minnesota Timberwolves fans would be willing to trade Andrew Wiggins, especially if it lands them D'Angelo Russell, especially if that means you can see a combo of Dloading and Cat in the same arena trying to win. Now, we understand those two players defensively probably would not be good on the floor at the same time, but honestly, offensively, they would be so great to see, especially since it is a match made in heaven. That pick and roll and that pick and pop would be crazy, especially since D'Angelo Russell has developed as a pick and roll player, as well as being an even better offensive player individually. And then karl-Anthony Towns is self-explanatory. He is the best shooting big man in the league, as well as gotten a lot more aggressive this season. The only thing that stops him is just health, and greatly enough, I think after a while he's going to train his body this offseason. He's going to get even healthy. And I'm saying that not because karl-Anthony Towns has gotten any tragic injuries, but he's just having the minor injuries that's really stopping them from catapulting. And I'm not even going to completely blame that on karl-Anthony Towns. It's really a team thing. Their team is not what it should be. They're not playing like hoopers. So, with me saying that, them getting D'Angelo Russell would literally change the game instantly. As soon as they arrive together, that atmosphere from the Minnesota Timberwolves will completely change. And you say, earlier, you was talking about whatever it takes, even money compensation. I say that because originally the Warriors was in this trade negotiation where D'Angelo Russell would eventually land in Minnesota, but what stopped that from being dealt was they was looking at it that they was taking too much money, which the Warriors are not trying to do. They're not trying to take any money that's gonna hurt them in the long term, because the Warriors is looking at the bigger picture. They're looking at big signings. So since they're looking at big signings, especially since we rumor that Giannis could potentially go to the Golden State Warriors, they're trying to make sure their books is open. They're trying to make sure all of their books for that season, when Giannis is a free agent, they could attract him and have the most money possible to say, here, Giannis, we are willing to give you this max payment, the max dollars, whatever the max is at that time, and still be able to get another role player or two to make sure we can have a dynasty of you, Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. So this is why I say money consideration. The Minnesota Timberwolves would be the one that would be taking these large contracts, which Minnesota, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't second guess that. I just say, all right, it's okay, it is what it is. and I would build my way up, because now you have two foundational pieces that can gel together as well as build around, because this is a team that I believe is ready to win now. So what's a better way to win now by getting D'Angelo Russell, taking those bad contracts, flipping them probably in the offseason, and making your run and your push to get in the playoffs and attempt to get to the NBA Finals. So if you like today's video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And do not forget to hit that notification bell for more amazing content, because we are on the grind. We are on the official grind to 150 subscribers. And with y'all, I know I can get there. So with that being said, ghosts.